He's coming out. You're taking a look at Lexington trying to protect their home turf tonight against a familiar OCC foe in Madison, meeting for the third time over the last 2 seasons, only this time for a spot in the district championships. It's live and free girls playoff soccer. Chilly night here at the Lexington Soccer Complex. Rams about to battle Lady Lex for the right to move on, and you get the chance to watch it all go down right now as we welcome you inside of the Alumni Roofing pregame show. Traditional rivals meeting, as I mentioned, second time here this year. I am Brian Skowronski. I've got the great Jessie Ryder with me here tonight. And this is always a fun matchup anytime these two teams can get together. I actually haven't played as much in tournament against one another as I was expecting to find with my research, but definitely it's kind of gone a little bit more in favor of the Rams during their regular season meetings, but Lexington, certainly the #1 seed, they figured to be the favorite tonight.
Absolutely. You know, you look at the season record, you see a 1-1 tie, and I think it's one of those games where that could go a variety of ways. And you look at a game like tonight, you know that will not be the result. There's no way for that to happen. I think you love the pressure that this atmosphere brings. It's tournament time. You have 2 of the better programs in our area getting to battle tonight, and you know there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser, and so it just makes for a great atmosphere, a great night. And you mentioned the weather. There is some wind that will pick up occasionally, and maybe not right now. The flags don't be moving too much, but throughout the afternoon here there has been some wind, and so that might factor in a little bit if you look at teams with free kicks and kind of the high options there on the ball with the air. So we'll see how that looks tonight.
Yeah, if anybody tuned in for the first game, Ontario versus Norwalk, it was a huge factor, I think, particularly in that first half. But the wind starting to beef up a little bit here, gusts coming in around 25-30 miles per hour. Let's tell you guys about both of these teams. We'll begin with the #3 seed, the challenger, in a very young roster. Several freshmen and sophomores are going to be key cogs here tonight. And going through a transition, of course, too. Kelly O'Brien taking over. State championship winning coach Zach Huff has departed. And this has got to be the first time in at least a decade that I've seen the Lady Rams. They've actually been outscored on the season so far. But traditionally, they are such a tough out in the tournament, Jessie, and I fully expect them to come in and put on a great show tonight.
Yeah, I think their record can be a little deceiving. You look at, I coached against Coach Huff a couple of weeks ago with my team, and he told me pregame, he's like, I just want you to know, like, we never changed our schedule from when we won the state championship. We kept the same teams on there. He goes, we're not quite the same team, because I just think we're just going to get better playing against those teams. And he's absolutely right. When you look at the teams they've played, I mean, they are playing state caliber teams at multiple divisions, at multiple levels. And so they have maybe not the greatest record, but maybe the greatest schedule. Look at, you know, the likes of Ontario and Lex. These programs do well to really load up their schedule, especially to get out of the non-conference play. You look at who they play at. And I think that's what Madison is. So it's tough to tell how good is Madison really. Is their record impressive? No. Is their schedule impressive? Yes. And they have a 1-1 tie against this Lexington team. So it's going to be interesting to see how does that fare for them tonight.
It'll be interesting to see if they don't blow away. You see the Rams just all trying to hold on to each other there with the big gust coming through the area as they're getting ready to line it up here at the Lexington Soccer Complex. And we're going to spotlight a freshman here tonight, Madison Powell. I think she's emerged probably as the top offensive weapon for this team over the last month. She earned honorable mention all OCC, dishing out 2 assists in the sectional championship game. And this #23, I just kind of like the moxie that she brings out on the turf for a very young player.
Yeah, you mentioned the youthfulness of those Rams teams. It's interesting. Youthfulness can go a variety of ways in an atmosphere like this. You can just love the environment, love the setting, and you're just kind of born in this competition. And I think that's true for Madison Powell. She is a competitor. She's going to come out and play. I don't think this moment's going to be too big for her tonight. Sometimes you get a freshman in this environment, and all of a sudden it's just you've never seen anything like this before, right? Where your season depends on you and your performance and your ability. You know, the crowds are here, and 2 local teams. What an environment. So sometimes as a freshman, you really just kind of got to figure out, how am I going to handle this? Can I play? Can I love this and have a great time? Or am I just shell-shocked for the first 20 minutes and not even sure what's going on?
Yeah, she is the top point earner so far on the season for the Madison Lady Rams, who would love to have that season continue on beyond tonight. But in order to do so, they've got to get past the #1 seed in Lexington, and they've always got that built-in advantage here, Jessie. They get to play at home, man. Also enjoying their best regular season since, I think, like 2021, something like that. It's their best win-loss record in a few seasons. Did have a 5-match win streak midway through their campaign as well, and several key contributors at the offensive end. So you can't just look at Zoe Borowitz or Morgan Herrod and just key on those two. They've got a couple of freshmen that are really good. We're going to talk about one of them here in a second. But this is a team that they've kind of struggled to score over the last few years. Not this go around, almost 5 goals per competition. Yeah,
absolutely. Certainly, they figured out some goal-scoring opportunities here. But what's more impressive is I think their back line, their defensive abilities. They do not give up a lot of goals. They are loaded defensively, starting with Claire Hammer in the back, Maggie Arnett in the middle, Gabby Lay, multiple girls in the back who are just going to defend at a high level, and they're really tough to score on. So when you can be really tough to score on, you're going to start finding more opportunities in front of goal. And I think that's what we've seen with this Lexington group. They've been so solid defensively. It allows them that freedom to take some risks, to go forward a little bit, and they've been able to find the back of the net because of that.
And they're a fun-loving group. You see, just trying to stay warm out there, trying to boogie, break it down any which way you can before the competition actually takes place, as the captains are out here. And of course, our first Panchos Tacos replay has to come anytime you're hitting some sweet moves just like that. But I mentioned that we have a freshman that was a player spotlight for Madison. We've got one as well for Lady Lex. I'm going with Jersey Palmer tonight, and this kid really has made her mark. Year number 1 at the high school ranks. Coach Morton told me that she just raises the competition level in practice. She's a super competitive kid, and she's very instructable as well out there as one of the top players in the lineup, selected 2nd team all-league. And I just think that this kid, I've seen her play a couple of times. She's a tough cover on the perimeter. She's got kind of a low center of gravity, and she just knows how to work it, Jessie.
Yeah, and that's absolutely right. She is brilliant with the ball. I think maybe when we played against her a few weeks ago, maybe had one missed touch. I think the rest was just exactly what she needed to do in the right place, the right time, the right decision. And for a freshman to kind of have that wherewithal within the game there, of being able just to control the ball, control the game, control the flow, and such an impressive player. She does so well to just be able to kind of keep her composure in the midst of this. And I think what an exciting player, what an exciting matchup to have 2 freshmen kind of go battle head-to-head here tonight. And, you know, we're going to see how they kind of step into this moment. We talked earlier with Addison Powell. You kind of got to understand the moment a little bit, right? You feel your season's on the line. You feel that responsibility a little bit. And so what do you do with that pressure? What do you do with that emotion? Are you shell-shocked, or do you just embrace it and you go, and it's an even better version of yourself?
We'll find out. This all Richland County battle heading out onto the turf. We're going to take a commercial timeout. When we come back, we've got your keys to the game and opening kickoff here from Lex.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
we're here for you.
So I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Your pregame show continues, presented by our friends at Alumni Roofing. Lexington about to meet Madison for the second time this season. Number 1 versus number 3 on the way. Your countdown to kickoff is basically done. Told you about both of these teams so far here tonight. The Rams and Lexington. Now let's jump inside of my keys to victory, and we'll have the real soccer knowledgeable man tell me if he thinks that I know what I'm talking about. Jesse, for Madison, you got to convert on some counter strikes, man. Lexington is a really good team in terms of their time of possession. You got to be able to hit them when they're not expecting it and keep it low scoring. If this is like a 2-1 type of game, maybe even like 1-0 or something, I do think that it favors the Rams instead of being something like 4 or 5 goals with the winner.
Yeah, I agree, Brian. I think you are the expert here. You've got it right. I think for Madison, they're going to figure out what is their offensive identity, right? There's not going to be a great flow to their offensive ability, but can they hit the counter? Can they win the ball defensively, get forward, catch Lexington off guard? We talked about the defensive ability of Lexington, so it's not an easy task, but you got to be just opportunistic in those moments. Can you get forward a little bit? Can you get a dangerous free kick, a corner kick, and convert those opportunities? And all of a sudden, you've got Lexington playing on their heels a little bit.
Final huddle before they go into battle here. The Lady Rams, who just absolutely dominated the district here when it was Division II for so many years. They had 5 consecutive trips, 6 out of 7, and looking to return to glory and go back to the district championship this season if they can knock off Lexington. But for me, for Lady Lex, if they can just frustrate you with effort, they're deeper than Madison is. You got to come out here and just spill the bucket in terms of your overall energy when you're on the field, and then control the ball, find feet, keep it on the carpet. Don't allow the Rams to even have a chance for those counter strikes. And if Lady Lex can do those 2 things, they will win here in front of their home fans.
Yeah, Brian, I think you nailed it again. I think what's going to be key for Lexington is really going to be how they get into the offensive third, right? So if it ends up just being kicking into Madison and Madison defends and they try to get the counterattack, it's kind of that ping-pong type matchup. I don't think that's what Lexington wants to get into. I think if they can find the ball forward and be at their feet in the attacking third, it's going to generate a really good scoring opportunity. Getting into just, especially with the wind, kind of the long ball back and forth, it's probably not the style they want to get into, and sometimes it's hard to get away from that style when you play against a team who might be looking to do the same.
That'll wrap up our pregame coverage presented by Alumni Roofing as we are into the action. The main course here tonight, Madison versus Lexington, 2 Richland County rivals, and traditionally these 2 teams play here at the Lexington Athletic Complex when it gets to be district time.
Yeah, certainly a privilege for Lexington to host a game like this at their home facility here. They've got such a great facility, and however they've worked it, they're here hosting for a number of years. They've been doing this for girls' side, so it's great for them, great for the area. great to be able to watch two local teams compete here at this level, at this setting, and such a great facility to do it at. Madison here, we talked about the counterattack, kind of a misplayed ball in the middle, and a little chance to go forward for Madison.
Yeah, that was Ellie Powell on the handles, now flips it out. And off the perimeter, turning back here is Corey Kirshner.
And Madison just kind of moving the ball around. Didn't really get a shot off there, but that's the opportunities they want to get, where they can get some numbers. I think it might have been 4-on-3 or 5-on-4 favoring Madison. Those are the opportunities they want to look for, and they got to be able to capitalize, at least get a quality shot off. And it's going to result in a turnover. Well, yeah, turnover for against Madison, and Lexington's going to come away with a throw-in.
Yeah, it was Jersey Palmer, our freshman spotlight tonight. Was able to win possession back here for Lex, but not for long. But taken off of Swigert, and here's a chance for a counter strike for Lex.
Madison defends this so well. It's so hard to go right down the middle against Madison. They almost play with 3 center backs when they're out of possession, and just they sit high, and it's hard to beat them through the middle. Really got to attack the wings there and kind of create some space. But Madison is certainly a well-disciplined team. They know what they're doing defensively. Coach Kelly O'Brien has stepped in and done a really good job there. Just kind of keep the momentum, the expectations high.
That was Zoe Borowitz trying to flick it to herself. Said it'll race out of play. And waiting for the official call. Looks like it will be goal kick.
Yeah, it was a very slow decision there. I'm not sure they thought there was a deflection or not. It looks like there was a deflection. I think that might be the right call. Referee's got it right.
Rams are going to play it out safe, far side. Just keeping it on the turf and then flop this one out in front. So they're able to alleviate a little bit of pressure here.
A little bit of a change tactically for Madison. They have Angel Montanez, who's a terrific player, playing a little bit higher. Certainly when my team played her, she played as a center back for the majority of the game, and she is definitely a threat to go forward if she gets the ball, and great shot, great ability. So we'll see if Madison kind of connect through her to go forward. But at the same time, does it leave them a little vulnerable in the back? We'll find out.
It's always great to have those versatile threats that you can just put anywhere out there on the playing surface, and they can be a game changer.
Absolutely, yeah. She's going to, whatever position, she's similar to a Jersey Palmer, whatever position that they're going to do well, they're going to excel in those areas. They just understand the game. They've got an incredible touch, incredible ability, and I think that's true for both of those players.
It's be taken out on the far wing now. Mia Tweet pushing it on to the outskirts of the 18 for Wendling. And I'm not sure this is going to go out. It just will.
Yeah, Madison's okay with giving up a throw in there. They just keep it out of the 18 is kind of the defensive MO. You can have a lot of things around it, but not in it. And that's a decent shot in, just a little wide.
First shot of the match. Little off target here for Lady Lex, as you see some of the contingent that brought their own chairs out here. And despite it being, what do we got, 44 degrees, very windy, not the most comfortable night out there. I had to step out and do an interview. Jesse, I can't tell you how much I was looking forward to the heat when I got back up here in the box. We've got a great crowd here on hand.
Absolutely. I came straight from my practice, and it was a cold, windy mess over there. So I appreciate the heater in this press box. Feel bad for those not in it, but not that bad because I'm not offering my spot.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's a packed house in here.
There's the counterattack we talked about. Powell's in. Claire falls.
And there
Powell
it is.
scores.
Rams take the lead. Ellie Powell getting in behind the defense. A bit of a lucky touch. And the Rams strike less than 5 minutes here into the match.
Yeah, we talked about that Madison counterattack, and that's it. Just the ball over top. They're able to run it down, get a chance in front of the goal there. Claire had the right break and just stumbled on her way out a little bit. And then Powell just calm, collected, and finds the back of the net. What a great start for Madison. They did exactly what you told them to do, and they've done it well.
Sometimes if you just take my advice, Jesse, it can pay off. We spotlight Addison Powell. Instead, it's the elder one, Ellie, coming through right here. And again, just a nice little break with the wind blowing in the opposite direction. A little bit of backspin on the ball there, and boom. Able to beat the keeper.
Yeah, we'll see if Madison changes anything tactically. Getting a goal early like that can really change the dynamic of how you play and what the game looks like. Lexington's still going to get some chances, obviously, but that early goal can just set a tone that is so tough to work against.
Here's Borowitz getting tripped up last moment. Tried to make her move to the outside. Now Palmer on the ball. Nice move, and this one again going to sell wide. So Lexington a couple shots and basically identical situation.
Yeah, I think Madison's going to be okay with that style of offense from Lexington. Let them have a 25, 30-yard shot. Trust your keeper. Hope the wind doesn't affect it too much. And Lexington hasn't put them on target yet. So I think defensively, like I said, they're going to protect the box. Keep it wide, keep it away from the box, and force Lexington to figure out how to get in there. And right now, Lexington has kind of settled for those longer opportunities.
This one's going to get tracked down here near side. Nice foot speed there by Wendling.
Good little give and go. Can she get the inline and get it across? Not quite away from the keeper, though. Might have been deflected out of it anyways. Andre Wendling, great speed on the outside, was able to turn that corner. Let's see if there's maybe a bit of a deflection here. Yeah, just kind of bounced into each other there. Gabby Lay wins the punt out of the middle. Misplayed by Madison. Madison not really interested in kind of connecting forward. They're just going to hit it hard, hit it long, and just see if one slips through. They were rewarded for that earlier.
Yeah, so far, one shot, one kill. That has been kind of the strategy in this early portion of the contest, and it has worked out for the Lady Rams.
Great read by Ava Newsom to come off her line and just make sure that's nothing there, right? Jersey Palmer had a good run in. But Ava just comes out, kills it right away, and makes it tough for Lexington.
Ava's got one save so far here on the match. This is collected, pushed out to the middle, and here comes the Rams looking to flip the field.
It's a good ball into space there. Again, just problematic. That's going to be a foul. Yep. Hoovler defended nicely there, and Kaya just kind of went through the legs to get the ball, and that's going to be a foul.
One of the veteran seniors, Kaya Swigert.
Yeah, you mentioned not a lot of seniors in this Madison group. I think just maybe 3 or 4 that I saw. Key ones for sure, but just not a lot of them.
3 total 12th graders in the lineup tonight for the Lady Rams.
Good turn by Angel on the outside. Good battle here.
Yeah, pretty aggressive, nice physical.
Yeah, Sylvia did well to kind of body it up. She got beat 1v1 with the foot skills, but just made sure both were not going to get by.
Rams get it in quickly. This be played into the middle. Rams, some nice spacing, but it's taken away by Lex out in front here for Wendling on the hop.
Yeah, Wendling's ankle kind of went behind Liv Taylor a little bit. I thought she might have had an inside run, but goes behind. Liv plays it out for a throw-in. See if Lexington can keep possession, kind of get into the final third here. Just kind of a big lofted ball to the middle. Not much there for Lexington.
Yeah, nobody home. And this one from distance on target. Oh. Gave Ava some problems.
Yeah, that's we talked about both teams are okay with this. You know, Lex is okay with hitting a 25, 30-yard shot, and Madison's okay with that. But that ball floated, and I thought for a second it beat Ava. She does well to keep that in front of her. That's not an easy save with the wind coming at you. The ball's moving a little bit. She does well to kind of collect that and make nothing out of it.
Yeah, Tweet with her second distance opportunity. That one about as close as it can get. Now here's Powell. Turnover in the middle.
Yeah, there's the idea of just go into the center back, see if you can just get a miss. Just get them to glance it or miss it or whatever it might be. Kind of, we talked about that back and forth. It's kind of got that ping pong effect right now. There's not a lot of just combination. It's just get it forward and see if you can force the center back into a mistake. Madison has been the recipient of one of those and came away with a goal because of it.
Hoovler on the toss, finding a teammate here with Walker. Flips it to the middle, but the Rams disrupted at least for now. Here's Tweet, just had that long distance shot, a pretty good one.
That's a great one. Oh, just a little off there. The run was great. The idea was right. The pass of the execution just a little bit off.
Yeah, a little undercooked on the opportunity there for Borowitz. And now the Rams looking to maneuver.
Yeah, not much. Madison is okay to have a lot of players sit back right now. Just attacked with 3 there, and all 3 were thinking there should be one more player.
Palmer face first into the grass. I think she just lost her footing and does again there.
Yeah, I thought the referee was going to signal whistle. I think he was just signaling. Not entirely sure what he signaled. He put his hand out. Wasn't really a play on because there was no advantage there. These two have been battling here, kind of first opening minutes of the game.
Yeah, Taylor shoulder to shoulder. Finally gives it off here. Swigert trying to turn the corner, runs into some problems.
It's going to be a goal kick there. Thought it might have been a deflection at the end. Swagger's got some speed on the outside, turned the corner well. Seacrest rotates over nicely. See, I thought, could have gone either way. So tough to be a referee.
Yeah, we salute anybody that's willing to sign up for that job, and 3 good ones out here tonight. Great looking carry here, keeping it going from the back line. The setup here. Now Wendling looking to cut it loose, and it's in there.
Oh my God, did she miss?
No way.
Oh, I'm not even sure what happened. Oh, no.
Thank God for Panchos Tacos replays.
Absolutely. I thought she might have been offsides. Great ball by Audrey Windling here. Gets into the box, exactly what they want to do. Lays it off.
Oh, wow.
Just gets caught under her feet. That's a tough break. I still think she might have been offside, but that's all right. I mean, that's a tough miss, tough play, right build-up. Tough tackle right there in the middle.
Zoe Borowitz, 19 goals on the season. That might have been the easiest opportunity she's had of any of them.
That is a tough ball right there. Just probably the way it came in, maybe just indecisive of what foot to hit it with and just gets caught up a little bit underneath it. Oh, wow, I thought she scored it. I just was confused how the ball made out of the net, and then I realized she actually missed.
Almost looked like a magic trick that it slid on the outside. Had one of those similarly in the Ontario match that sailed over the top. And it was at that same goal, so there must be some type of spell down there, Jessie. I'm not sure. It is spooky season. Anything's possible under the lights out here at Lexington.
Yeah, Zoe's a good player. She's going to get another opportunity. She'll regret that, but she's good enough. She'll forget it, and she'll get another opportunity. Also, Morgan Harris had 2 tough tackles in the middle, just sending a message. But there's that turnover, that kind of that counterattack. Just force the defenders to make a good play every possession.
Boom. Yeah, it looks like Ellie Powell's a little bit shaken up after that one.
Yeah, you see her sister coming over asking for a card. The referee wasn't hearing it, but it was a tough, a little bit late tackle. Nothing on the ball. I don't think you give a card for this early in the game, but there is definitely it's late. It's a standing challenge for Mood. It certainly is late.
At least a talking to. That's what Dave Kuhn just issued right now. Kind of like the finger wag, Jessie. Don't you do it again, ma'am.
Yeah, some confusion with where the ball should be placed or which ball we're going to use, I think might have been the question. You can tell there is emotions are high right now, so we'll see. Will we see a card before halftime? My bet is yes, but we will find out.
Yeah, checking the love-loss meter. I think it's at 0 right now.
I'm not sure what that means, but I agree. Another opportunity for Madison in the box with the ball. Always a dangerous opportunity.
Chance from distance. Flared in there. Takes kind of a weird side hop.
Yeah, the spin on that was weird. It was kind of a right-footed ball in, but turning away there.
Swigert with the setup, and it's just launched out of there. Throwing coming up here for the Rams, and
I think it was out over the line. I think it's gonna be a goal kick. So right there, I think they called out of bounds.
So still just 1-0 on our Crossroads Church scoreboard here tonight. Amazingly, Lexington does not put one in the back a little bit earlier, but they defend nicely here. So far for the Lady Rams, 14 minutes in, just a 1 shot, but they made the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this game kind of has just one of those weird feels to it where it's just kind of back and forth. The wind picks up. You don't know what a big ball is going to do sometimes. So it really is going to take some composure on with the ball and eliminate some of the turnovers and mistakes and allow there kind of be a rhythm to develop for your team. But Lexington is just smashing stuff forward right now, and they're good. They're absolutely good at that. And they win the ball. They get it forward. And they've got some players up top who can score. They just have to kind of probably be able to keep it in play and keep it away from Madison, who's been able to defend that well so far.
Yeah, wind at the back right now here of Lexington, looking to capitalize. This is flared out wide, too far out in front of Tessa Tem.
I didn't hear who won the coin toss, but I'm curious if you win, do you go with the win the first half or against the win the first half? My tendency is I want to go into the win the first half and just survive and then go from there.
All punched forward on the chase.
Ava comes off her line so well again. She read it right. I thought she hesitated for a moment, but she actually broke on the ball. Just kind of deflected and bounced around. Windling with another good opportunity in. And Ava Newsom just, again, reads it right place, right time. Probably one of the areas, I would say, underrated keepers. There's a lot of good keepers in the area, but you don't hear a lot about her, but she just makes the right play at the right time consistently, and that's what you got to ask for out of your keepers.
Nice carry taken here down the near side. Here's Angel. Flips it back, defended well.
Yeah, Seacrest has done a good job. Angel's very skilled, but Seacrest has got her a couple times. They're tracked with her, kept the ball in front of her, did everything well defensively.
Didn't take the bait on the turn that time. It'll be a Ram throw in. They're going to make a quick substitution here with Swigert checking out.
Number 9, Ashley Nicholas.
And we'll see our first look at Ashley Nicholas, sophomore.
Yeah, Swigert's got some good pace on the wing there. Probably needs to catch her breath real quick. I'm sure she'll be back on in a minute. But she can get down that line with a bit of pace there.
15 minutes gone by. Rams trying to add to their goal differential right now. And they're really playing with only about 5 offensive weapons up top right now. We're checking in here on Lexington, who's in a great battle right now. Set number 3, they lost 27-25 to top-seeded Shawnee. And you see that kill here. The Indians going for the kill. They can knock Lexington out of the tournament. And you see Lady Lex just called a TO.
Yeah, every time I watch Lexington volleyball, it's hard to believe someone can beat them. I'm like, man,
Yes.
this is the weapons they have, the abilities they have, and like to hear them lose a set or sets is wild. But there's always another level, I guess.
Yeah, certainly. They have the 3 best players on the court every night. After that, though, not a ton of depth.
Lexington getting some numbers forward there. Liv Taylor just gets the ball forward, gets out of the pressure a little bit. And that's the Lexington style. They're back in that attack so quick.
Yeah, a little side spin. That's going to favor Lexington. Wendling gets to it. Across the middle.
Big collision there. Both players going for the ball. No foul, no call.
Harrod almost looked like a karate ninja out there going after that one. Now Madison's going to clear, but into the wind. So you see it just checks up immediately.
You don't notice it a lot until you put the ball in the air going against it, and all of a sudden you just realize how much wind's coming back at you.
But we did see in the first match here tonight, Ontario had the wind in the first half. They only scored 2 goals, and then going against the wind is when they had the most value scoring, put in 4 second-half goals, all in the first 19 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, certainly a different district this year where you're used to the winner of this game playing the winner of the previous game, and that's just not the layout this year. So the winner of this will, I believe, goes to Millbury Lake, if I'm not mistaken, to play what I'm guessing is Maumee. I know they're playing Sandusky or played Sandusky, and my guess is Maumee's. Well, that's a good shot in. Ava handled it nicely again. I haven't seen that score officially, but my prediction would be that Maumee wins probably pretty handily. And then Ontario will face, I think, Salina, I believe it is, here at Lexington. So Lex or Madison will travel, and Ontario will be right back here at their other home field, I guess.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep up with these days, the Northwest District. I think for media members, we used to have it right, Jesse, where you just all come to one place. You can keep an eye on the competition, and you stay there for the next round. And I think there was so much actually, I know for a fact that it was the MAC conference. There was so much complaining that they just decimated each other in the districts that they were just like, it's not fair. We should win all the state championships in all the sports all the time. We need to be able to get more through the tournament as we get a whistle here. That it's changed the game.
Yeah, I think I'll keep my comments to myself about the Northwest District and some travel things. Yeah, we're not playing at Lexington tomorrow. We'll be.
You're playing in Michigan.
We're playing in Michigan. We're right on the Michigan border. Yeah.
Borowitz, great heater.
Oh, what a goal.
And it's in.
What a goal.
An absolute monster shot from the senior.
That's a big-time goal right there. The placement's brilliant. The execution's brilliant. And mentally, she's already forgotten the miss she had earlier. She just puts it in the back of the net. That's the make of a key player right there. As a goal scorer, you just have to have a short memory. You can't remember the things, the misses. You just got to go after the next one. And that she did. What a free kick. What a goal. What a play by Zoe Borowitz.
No shot for Newsom either. That was absolutely blistered. Top shelf. 0% chance to get a hand on this one for the keeper. She played it actually pretty well. Read it
she
out of the sky.
Right there.
Ugh.
Maybe a little bit of a late jump to try and make the play, but she hits the top post and puts it in. There's not much you can do on that ball there. Great strike by Zoe.
So we'll see if the momentum wave can be ridden now here by Lexington.
Yeah, these are those moments we talked about pregame where a goal happens and how do you respond? As a freshman, have you faced this kind of adversity before? You see Jersey Palmer with the ball right now, which was our key player at the beginning of the game. So what does this look like for her? What does it look like for Addison Powell? And for the rest, you still feel that pressure. It's nothing different. But it's just 1-1. The game can go a variety of ways right now. And, yeah, we'll see how players respond and take in this moment.
And an unfortunate breaking news update for all your Lexington fans out there. Lady Lex has gone down in 4 sets. Shawnee pulling off. Not an upset. They're the #1 seed. So
it's an upset in my book. I've seen Lady Lex play a couple times. It's hard to believe there's a team that's better than them.
I was texting with 2 of the parents yesterday, and we all kind of felt like this is going to be a nice long tournament run. Let's get the coverage set up. And I think surprise all the way around out here in Minutemen country that they don't get to a regional with that star-studded class, 3 4-year starters.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And not only just 4-year. I mean, those are phenomenal players. I watched them play the other night against Ontario. Like, man, some of those girls could just smash the ball.
Yeah, Maryland's getting a good one when they get Ms. Brown coming over there.
A lot of contact, a lot of people looking around. See, is it a throw-in? Is it a foul? Let's see. Maybe a little bit there. And Gabulé picks up 2 fouls in 2 seconds. I think the first one, I think, was going to be let alone, though. But Madison is trying to get forward. Lex has kind of stepped it up defensively, kind of increased their effort, and just kind of have a wall back there. It's just tough to get around. You can't play over it. You got to kind of play around it, and that's not what Madison's looking for. That's a great ball by Jersey Palmer.
Yeah, a lot of space out in front to work with. The setup to the middle, but it's misplayed and allows Kylie Washington to send it out.
Yeah, Al Laurie received that ball right at the top of the 18. Just a little heavy of a touch right into pressure from Madison, but the ball out by Jersey Palmer is great, just to release all the pressure, attacking the width of Madison. We mentioned that's kind of where they'll allow it. Well, it's going to be just outside the box here. Another free kick for Lexington in a dangerous area.
Yeah, that's a no doubter right there, and even a little push at the end, I think, from
I'm not sure if she's maybe trying to brace herself or what.
Sure,
yeah,
Jessie.
Maybe. She's on my club team. I have to give her a little bit of that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure looked like sportsmanship.
Yeah, or she's just trying to take her out because she's frustrated. I don't know. Either one of those are possible with Finley.
This time into the mixing dish, settles right out front. Kind of a scrum. Wow, what a shot. And an even better save by Newsom.
That's a good tip over the bar there. That's a tough ball. I thought Jersey might attempt a bicycle kick here. You can see the ball comes in. She kind of goes up for it. I think she kind of falls.
Halfway.
I don't know if it was a bicycle kick attempt. I like the idea, though.
Oh, and then she does get the shot.
Lexington has been dangerous on the free kick so far. Let's see what a corner kick looks like for them. They've put in some dangerous opportunities.
This will be the first set piece for a corner for either unit. Played in by Herod. Palmer sets it up to the outside.
Lexington hit it first, but I think ran into it with maybe just the chest or upper body. Couldn't really tell. Here's where I think the game might take a little bit of a turn. Lexington has some depth where they're going to rotate players in quite a bit. And if they continue, they're going to go big here, see if they can connect on their end. A little bit of contact, no call. If you can just make Madison run around and just chase for a little bit, I think you can begin to tire them out. Sometimes this game is you do things in the first half to be rewarded in the second half. I think if you have the depth that Lexington does, that has to be the strategy more often than not, where you just want to be in possession and just force Madison to work really hard defensively and wear them out for the second half.
Ball up for grabs. Rams going to get to it. A little bit of green out in front here. Powell has it deflected, though. Tumbles over Gabby Lay.
Yeah, definitely some contact after the play. I don't think a foul. Referee agreed as well. Good out by Lexington again. Tough ball in the attacking third there. They go big so often. Sometimes they can maybe just find the target's feet and then go around them. But they've got some numbers forward, though.
Turn towards the middle. Herod fires, and
oh,
it's
my
in.
Goodness.
Remarkable.
The goals that Lexington has scored so far have been just absolutely phenomenal strikes. Morgan here with a great turn, just great awareness of the goal, and just a great goal right there at the top of the box. Al Laurie with a great run in, plays it into Herod. Just maybe a foul there. Just turns on it, drops it off. Again, upper 90s on the other post right now. The Lexington goals, you can see they know where their posts are here at home. What a great group of goals so far.
Yeah, the 2 goals that we have, those would have been on Jessie's top plays of the week. If we still have the soccer locker going on, man. Those were dynamite kicks for each of these young ladies and put in a position where there's no chance that Ava can get at it whatsoever.
Yeah, Ava Newsom's had a great game. These goals are just phenomenal from Lexington right now. Gabby Lay just does well to get the ball out of the box. Avery O'Brien just steamrolling through right now.
Now here's Powell, ball at her feet, side foots it forward. Rams run into some restrictions though. And kept in.
Yeah, Palmer, or maybe Al Laurie on the ball there. Good tackle by Madison. This is the type of play, if they can win it in midfield and kind of get the defenders up a little high or miss that first touch, that's their kind of offensive identity. Just a little wide, takes it out of bounds. It's going to be a Lexington throwing in their own defensive third.
And that's the type of weather that we're talking about out here. You got to be bundled up. We are talking full-on blanket weather on the sidelines tonight.
Yeah, it's not super cold. It's just that wind. That wind will get you.
It's piercing. And I've offered my jacket 2 times to our star intern down here from Lexington, Jackson, and he said that he would rather have the toughness badge here tonight, Jesse. He's just wearing it.
Wow, what a guy.
I guess so.
What a guy.
Sometimes youth, hey, they make their decisions. Oh, what a move. Oh, but taking it right back. Even better defense made by Cambry Howe.
Yeah, Madison looks a little flustered defensively right now. Great extra. Zoe, all right at her. Good opportunity for Zoe again. Ava does well to collect it cleanly. A lot of pressure in front of her. You see Zoe's kind of unmarked on the back post. Watch the ball just slip out to her. No one's near. She's at the PK spot. It's a dream. Ava comes off her line nicely again. She's had a nice game. I know she's got 2 goals against her, but those goals are going to be against most keepers.
The 2 easy looks, if you will, for Zoe so far. She has not been able to cash in and take receipts for goals, but does have the spectacular free kick.
Absolutely. Yeah, just wants the hard ones today. Sylvia Seacrest has defended nicely against Angel.
Now Palmer playing on this near side. Just boom, collision there right into the chest of Swigert.
A sub for Madison. You can see some Madison players. They look maybe just not quite fatigued, but they've been putting in some work right now, and that can be a tough out sometimes. Part of the Madison strategy is you got to be able to get forward and kind of catch the defenders off guard, which is just constant sprints forward. Then you got to recover backwards. See Angel's kind of rotating. It's weird. Maybe the center mid provides a little bit of a relief for her. I don't know, but it's going to be a Madison throw-in again. They're going to throw it to Lexington again, so it's kind of everybody.
Herod giving it right back here. Swigert stepping in between. Now Palmer picks her pocket.
I thought she hit the foot, actually, but definitely came away with the ball. I just thought the first one was into the leg. Yeah, I really like what Sylvia Seacrest has done defensively. Oh, it's a great ball by Borowitz.
Oh, an even better setup here for the shot. Fired, knocked down Ava. And the second save as well as she crawls on it. Wow, 2 great saves here.
Yeah, Audrey Windling with a great first opportunity right at the top of the box. Great strike. Ava with a great save, and then just gets back on top of it. I thought maybe it deflected too far off of her.
Yeah.
Gabby Lay does a great job in the middle, just keeping the ball in front of her. Sometimes she'll smash away. That one does well. Just keep possession. Just works really hard to win that ball out of the air. It's really hard to get past her in the air. She just judges it and just volleys everything back out in front of her.
Swift move. Far side. Deflected out. Should have a corner kick, and we will. It's going to be the second for Lexington now on the opposite side.
Corner kick coming up for Lady Lex. Morgan Harrod taking the kick.
So we're going to have Morgan Harrod on the ball out there at the flag as we get a couple of substitutions.
Yeah, we've seen Lex so dangerous on the free kicks. The corner kick, they were first to the ball, just not quite how they wanted to do it. So let's see what this one looks like. They've got some goal scorers here. Some abilities who can put this in the back of the net. Madison's good defensively. See how it plays out here.
Yeah, they're going to mark the keeper into the jambalaya pop, but it's spilled out of there.
I think the ball kind of got held up a little bit by the wind. It just kind of floated up there, and everybody was a little slow on it.
Everyone's a little slow right now, too, just in general right there.
Tell you, that wind can take it out of you a little bit. Obviously, they're working hard throughout the game. That wind just constantly blowing in your face is.
Sure, you almost feel like you're in a movie scene.
Yeah. It's another great read by Gabby. Good takeaway there by Jersey. That's another great ball. Audrey Windling's in. Does she get a shot off? She does. Oh, she's got it again.
Another reach here by Ava, just playing on her belly out there.
It's 2 good opportunities for Windley in about 2 minutes there as well. Just gets the touch around, maybe a bit of a miscue by Cambry. Windling break, just misses. Ava does well to come off her line. She's broke off her line multiple times at the right time and made some big plays, big saves.
She's got 7 saves already. And for Lady Lex, of their 11 shots, they put 9 on frame, Jessie. So after the first 2 that sailed over top, everything else has been dialed in.
Yeah, this game has kind of turned a corner here. Lex got 2 goals, and I've just been in the constant attack for about the past 10 minutes because of it. Madison has not been able to kind of get out of their own end right now, and it is proving to be problematic. But thanks to Ava Newsom, it's still just 2-1. That's a big save. That is a big save right there, and a big reach as well.
Sub coming in each side. So it's a Lex throw, far side, lobbed in. And definitely a full extension push in the back.
And we had the angle for that. You could see right away. You look at the depth of these teams. I think Madison's playing 13, 14 players. Lex is playing, 18, maybe 16 or 17. But certainly there's a lot of players been checking in and out for Lexington.
Right on the outskirts, Met of the 18 there, and Lady Rams can't clear it.
Haley Walker gets the ball. Can she keep it in play in the corner? She can. It's going to be a Lexington throw-in.
Swigert so active on that back line, has to have been, as Borowitz chucks it into the mix. Powell gets it out, but right back in.
Oh, nearly a handball. The other ball almost rolled up her arm right there. Cleared out to Haley Walker again. There it is, Gabby Lay again, just keeping the ball in front of her, keeping the team in the attack, really. That might be the first glance that went behind her, but she still recovered and still kept the ball in front of her. You can see there's not much here for Madison. It's going to be 1-on-3 by the time she collects it. And there's not much you can do there.
It's one of the seniors, Peyton Bartolome. Now getting some help. A couple friends coming up. Corey Kirshner. So she lost the handle out of bounds over into the tree line.
It's going to be big, but Tessa Tim's got some speed there just to put some pressure on. She does get the first touch, kind of splits the defenders. Nobody's with her yet. Kind of tried to play the early cross, but nobody was there. Oh, referee, I think this might be my card I was asking for.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, Kylie Washington.
Yeah, I think
rips her down. Wow.
Yeah, she really does. I thought she fell. Maybe trying to grab her to hold her. I don't know, but definitely looks like emotion is going down there. And she's still on the ground after that.
So injury to insole or whatever it is that they say. She commits the foul, and now she's down for the count. Medical staff out to evaluate. And while they look at her, we'll take a look here at what's ahead potentially for the victor of these two teams. You see how they got here. And on the other side, Maumee and Sandusky. And I think you're right that the Panthers are the clear favorite in that match.
Yeah, Sandusky is a 3 seed. I think they won one game in the regular season, and they won a game in the postseason as well. So it's not exactly their year so far, but it's why you play the game. Maumee, not an impressive record either. Plays a little bit of a difficult schedule. But I would expect the winner of this game to be favored in the next game for sure. But that'll be played, I think, at Millbury Lake is where I last saw that location, which I think is in Ohio.
Yeah, I'm going to find out tomorrow. I've never been, but I'm heading up to watch the Madison boys team play, try to win their first district championship in 25 years, Jesse. It was kind of hard for me to believe that, but
that's wow.
That's what Tim Lord told me, and he's been there that whole time. So
years. They've had some teams through there, my word.
Certainly. Yeah, they ran into Lexington when they had some great years here recently. 2019 comes to mind. That great overtime loss that they had in the district championship, but I think Madison's going to be a big favorite tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing them on display.
Who are they against? Do you remember?
I've been calculating too many games here, but
so
I'll be able to tell
I
you in
knew
about
earlier,
10
and
seconds.
now I can't remember who it was. I did see that Perkins is already out. They took an early loss in their division.
Yes. It's Sylvania Southview, actually.
It's
That's
Southview, okay.
who beat Perkins last night, 2 nights ago. And we can confirm it'll be Millbury Lake, the venue, Saturday. And what a rough scene here for Kylie Washington. Draws the foul, going to set up the free kick, and not sure exactly what she's favoring.
I couldn't tell what actually was hurting. I don't know. Can't tell if she's really limping or just slow with the walk. Can't really tell from my angle here.
Can't imagine she felt so bad about the foul that she's really
I don't
this.
think it's an emotional injury for sure. Kelly O'Brien is having a lengthy conversation with the referee here in the middle.
Yeah, she's all the way out on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, she came out to check on Kylie, but then extended that check to have a conversation with the referee. I'm not sure. From our angle, we could clearly see she falls and then kind of brings down the player.
Sure.
From a different angle, maybe you don't see that, but from here where we were, you could clearly see that she reaches up and grabs her and brings her down with some authority, I would add. I think it looks like a swinging motion down, a little bit of a frustration tackle perhaps, but
It's almost a hip toss like you would see in a judo tournament. Only no points awarded here in this sport for that.
Yeah, we've seen Lex be very dangerous on free kicks. Not much opportunity for a shot here, but certainly to get the ball in the box. That appears to be a 10 yards, I guess, yeah.
Pretty tight 10 yards,
Got
and
it.
here's Borowitz, her second. Wendling dialed it in, and off the noggin, into the back, 3-1 Lady Lex.
Oh, what a goal again, yeah. Borowitz somehow gets to be unmarked in the box there. You had a sub come in for Kylie. You're not sure, maybe there's miscommunication in the marks there. But a good ball in. You see good approach away from the keeper. Ava comes out on it, but Borowitz just right there, unmarked, back of the net. She scored a lot of goals like that. It's a great goal, by Zoe Borowitz.
She's got 21 now for her senior season, far and away the leader for Lexington this year. And could have had a couple of more.
I believe she just told her teammates to hit her in the eye. That is a way to score a header goal. Goals are goals at this rate, though. If you get in the back of the net, you can hit it with your eye, your elbow. Well, maybe not your elbow, but I guess it depends on what the referee is.
Tournament time, you got to do what you can. Try to survive and advance. Lexington looking for their second district chip over the last 3 seasons.
Good composure by Lexington here. A little bit of pressure Palmer played into.
And Borowitz fighting through, draws the foul. Sold pretty well there by Ellie Powell, too.
Yeah, definitely use the hands to kind of gain some leverage there. It's a good call by the referee. He was right on it.
Second foul against Lexington.
It's a big free kick going into the wind. It's got some distance there.
Yes, it did. But it doesn't work out here for Madison. It's back over to Hammer, who has not had to do much so far. Madison's got 1 shot still for the match.
Some time for Wendling there. She does well to turn. Just find Zoe in the middle. Wendling's had a nice game tonight. A couple free kicks, a couple opportunities in front of goal.
Somehow that took a triple hopper and was able to find the target, Walker, up top.
Yeah, this type of Lexington is a really tough team to beat right now. They're connecting so well to their front line.
Sure.
Getting the space in around this. They're looking really good right now.
Yeah, the time of possession, I mean, they've had it maybe 75% here.
Yeah, really since they scored their goal, I think the game's kind of opened up and really favored them, and they've just kind of changed tactically, whether it was known or not, but they're just playing in front of their line right now, collecting the ball, finding that extra player. And Wendling has really kind of been the one to kind of separate on the outside there and get some opportunities. No goals to show for, but certainly a lot of quality plays.
Lexington fans really enjoying themselves. So much I saw security just walk by and he almost got a standing ovation. They were cheering him on. But when you're up by a couple goals.
When you're winning, everything's fun, absolutely. It's good to see everybody when you're winning. Good battle in the corner here. Let's see how it ends up. Lex comes away with it, gets in front of the box.
Nice setup, the turn. Do they get a shot? They will. Walker floats it.
She's going to want that one back. Kind of caught under a little bit. I think maybe a little indecisive of do you kind of go for placement, do you go for power, or do you try to hit something in between, and that's what happens.
Yeah, sometimes the mind can get in the way of doing great things athletically.
Yeah, that was kind of a nothing play for Lexington. I thought it was going to either be a goal kick corner or throw in. All of a sudden, they turned the corner and balls played across, and good opportunity there. We just persistence in the battle.
Herod drops it back. Now on the edge of the 18, the turn, more space. Rams let her through, and the shot off the crossbar.
Man,
Whoa.
her ability to turn right now is terrific. Just kept battling there. Touch came up into her a little bit. Just turn, and then comes away with the ball again. She's just coming away with her shots in some dangerous areas. Keepers made 2 good saves on her, hit the post on the third. Great job by Audrey Windling.
Yeah, just a sophomore, too. Putting on a big-time display here in the opening half. Had the nice setup for Zoe Borowitz on the latest goal. Nearly cashed in one of her own. Under 5 minutes to go here, half number 1. Rams scored first. Last 3, it belongs to Lady Lex.
Gabby Lee again, just centrally, just winning the ball, getting it forward, just not allowing Madison second options right there in the middle.
Got about 300 people are watching live and free together here on our Facebook and YouTube, not to mention those on NFHS Network. So appreciate each and every one of you, all for the viewership. And make sure that you make your voice heard, drop us some comments. And at halftime, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to read as many as I can here over air. And always want to know who's watching from the farthest away. So if you're watching from outside the Buckeye State, drop me a line. Let me know. Are you watching from further away than where Jessie has to play a district game tomorrow? I doubt it.
Out of Ohio, I think. It's the only probable thing. That's a good ball again. Oh, what a touch.
Wow. Jersey Palmer, the freshman, able to flick it over the top of the defense. Everything going Lexington's way now.
Yeah, I think Madison defensively is just a little deflated right now. This is going to be an insurmountable comeback for them. We're really going to have to find something to kind of get some momentum going forward. But I couldn't tell who actually got the initial shot off there. Windling again gets the ball. Kind of bounced around. I can't tell who makes the run up there. Maybe Morgan Herod.
Boom.
Palmer, right place, right time, and gets a goal because of it. Lex is on fire right now.
Yeah, just an absolute avalanche. We're talking about 3 goals here over the last 13 minutes. That's a way to get buried early and not even feel like you have a shot coming out in the second half.
Yeah, game 1 was 1-1. That's how it ended. This one, we've already well surpassed that, at least from a Lexington standpoint. I'm trying to remember. I think Madison had 1 shot and 1 goal. I don't remember a second shot. That stat may still be true.
That's all I've got, Jesse.
Yeah, it's been all Lexington for about the past 25 minutes. It could be 1 more even after that.
Yeah, they've got 14 shots right now, 12 on target, including their last 12 shots. Oh, I'm sorry. They had 1 over the top.
Yeah, off the bar. Yeah, absolutely.
And now they've got a corner kick coming up. This will be their 3rd such opportunity. Oh, wait. They changed the call.
Oh, what? How's that a goal kick?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, they all seem confused too, Jesse.
I see the crowd there.
Great looking crowd on hand. And so many blankets out here tonight. See even the full face masks.
Yeah, I'm thinking about taking a jacket off. It's so hot up in the press box. I don't know.
We are so spoiled. My
See if somebody out there wants it. I don't know.
But I got to say, though, yeah, how many years have we been coming over here and doing this thing? This is the first year that we've realized that there's actually heat in this press box. I came bundled. I've got on 4 layers. I've taken most of them off at this point.
Yeah, I brought a big jacket. I knew you said press box. Like, I don't know what that means here. I don't know. I know one time you said press box, and it was the other thing over there where it's not enclosed, and there's not a window, and there's a lot of wind here. Madison with a chance to go forward. Got some numbers on the backside if she can get it across.
Yeah, boy, could they use just any type of offensive momentum.
Yeah, Lex has just gotten everything they've wanted in the past 20 minutes or so. And they've had 4 goals, 1 off the post. Keepers made some good saves. It has been a flurry of offense for this Lexington team.
Yeah, looking like the #1 seed here tonight. Referee's going to say we're heading the other way now.
Not seen Kylie Washington enter the game since she went out with that injury. Certainly she's a key defender back there. Kind of hard to see all their numbers from here, but I don't see her out there.
Yeah, she is still sidelined here at this moment. And after she went out, I believe 2 goals have found their way in the back.
Yeah, one instantly, one right off the free kick.
This played into the box, couple hops. Claire Hammer scoops it up. Gets there before Bartolome.
Yeah, Liv Taylor got the ball there. I think just had thoughts of we got to get some offense going. And decides to hit one. A little bit of a frustration shot. Not a bad shot necessarily. Good ball into play. But just not enough to beat Claire and the Lexington back line.
Final 45 seconds. Palmer turns the corner, got a little bit of space. Actually, this is Laurie. She flops on top of boy.
I think both of those were, I don't think she was fouled. I just think couldn't get her footing, or lost her footing the first time and couldn't get it the second time. I didn't see contact.
Lexington can really shut the door with a goal here in these last 17 seconds. Dancing around, looking for somebody up top. This is Palmer. Turns into some problems, bumps knees though with Addie Powell.
7, 6, 5.
And the shot deflected. Addie giving up the body again. Last 2 seconds, the shot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what a flurry here by Lexington. And one last look here. There's Addie just hopping on 1 foot, but I love this. She finds the strength and just, boom, gives it up again.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a flurry of players everywhere there in the final seconds of the half.
So it's 4-1 on our Crossroads Church scoreboard as we have reached the half. All Lexington after the first goal put in by the Lady Rams in the first 4 minutes. We got a commercial timeout baked in. We'll be back. We'll have your first half stats. We'll read some comments and then get you all set for half number 2. Keep it here. Your district semifinal action will return right after this break.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
This is our in-body machine, so you're gonna see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
Live and free high school soccer, brought to you thanks to Alumni Roofing, a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. By Crossroads Church, they exist to help people encounter Christ, equip Christians, engage the community. Panchos Tacos. Come on down to Panchos Tacos to get the best food and drinks in town, located in Mansfield, Belleville, and now Mount Vernon. Try our delicious tacos, rice bowls, fajitas, and of course, margaritas after the game. See you soon, amigos. Pinnacle Building Services. Elevate your professional space with tailored cleaning solutions that promise unmatched quality and reliability.
We'll put everything right now. This is operations manager.
American Homestead. American Homestead Exteriors. Our commitment to excellence is reflected in our strong and reliable exterior solutions. Call us today for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. Charter Next Gen, hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. And finally, Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, helping you choose effective vitamins and supplements and can prepare custom medications as prescribed by your healthcare provider or veterinarian to manage hormone balance, mouth soreness, pain, autoimmune conditions, and many more. Madison Lady Rams trail Lexington Lady Lex 1-2-4. We'll be back with your halftime stats, Brian and Jessie, after a quick break.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
It's your halftime show presented by Alumni Roofing. And Lady Lex, boy, what a showing they just had here after Madison burst out of the gates. They get the first goal of the match on their only shot, as we're about to show you on the numbers. And then after that, it was just an absolute avalanche. I'm Brian. Jessie Ryder is with me. And taking a look at these numbers, Jessie, I mean, all Minutemen dominating in pretty much every statistical category.
Yeah, dream start for Madison, and then a nightmare of the rest of the half after that. And they come out to get the early goal, one shot, one goal. broke down that Lexington defense kind of on the counterattack we talked about. And then after that, it had just been all Lexington. 4 goals, hit the post once. Keeper had probably 3 great saves in the middle of that. I mean, it could be worse if we're looking at it right now, but Lex has responded with a great flurry of goals. And after they were scored on, and we talked about how do you respond to some adversity that you face, and Lex has responded with an incredible amount of goals and a desire to go forward right now. Completely different team from the opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, they flipped a switch, it felt like, out there. They've been in total control and playing here where they're comfortable. Of course, home turf, pro-Lexington crowd out here and putting on an absolute show. I actually got a text from a parent that said that is the goal of Zoe Borowitz's career so far. And what a free kick that was, man.
Yeah, the opening 2 goals. I mean, Ava Newsom's been playing great, but then, you know, they hit top left on the first free kick, top right on the second goal. Just terrific goals from Zoe and then from Morgan as well. And then that just kind of set the tone for how the rest of the half was going to go. Great goals and then just great opportunity. Audrey Windling had a great first half, hit the post once, forced the keeper into some big saves. Had 1 or maybe 2 assists in there as well. Really good half from Audrey Windling as well.
So this is how it started. What a just immediate explosion here. Madison gets on the board, punched into the back there by Ellie Powell. This is how it's been going ever since. It's all Lexington dominating down at this end.
Yeah, there's Windling with the great ball across. Certainly, that's
that
the
actually
miss.
Didn't go in,
that's the one. Yeah, that's. I'm sure Zoe's gonna. Yeah, she misses this, but then makes this. Watch this shot right here, top left, boom. Right there, off the post and in. Followed by the next goal, hits the top right, off the post and in. Some really good goals here. You just see Morgan, just her goal awareness right now, knowing where the goal is, get turned around on it, just drops it in there. That ball looked like it was going out right until it hit the post and then goes in the back of the net.
So Zoe gets one, Herod gets one, Borowitz back at it again. Just what a setup by Wendling, too. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's such a great ball and just lofted there. Zoe makes a great break on it. Not sure how she doesn't have a player near her to mark her up, but and then here's Windling again, gets the ball in the corner. Just kind of squirts out here and
Jersey Palmer, right place, right time.
That's the type of goal, right place, right time. Absolutely right. What a flurry from Lexington. What a final 25 minutes for Lexington as well.
And just one more replay. This was pregame, and I mean, how else do you stay warm? Well, actually, this was just right now.
Yeah, this is the get warm dance. Yeah, there's maybe a little bit of music, but most so, hey, can we get that wind settled down a little bit? I don't know.
Yeah, they haven't figured out how to turn that down here at Lexington for some reason. You guys have a similar problem over at Comstock Field. For whatever reason, you've just always got the air conditioning, and it's turned up to like level 7.
Okay, that seems personal, Brian. I'm not sure why we go that route. It is windy everywhere in Richland County right now, regardless of the field you're playing at.
Except in the press box, baby.
It's true. It is quite hot up here. Sweating a little bit. Sorry for those of you in the stands who might be watching.
I've had these extra gloves the whole time. I don't even need them.
What a reference. What a quote.
Second half just about set to begin.
You know what the second half needs? Referees. Look who's coming out. They got bags. Where'd they go?
That's a great question.
They must have went inside to get warm. I know as a player, you can run around, you can get a little warm and kind of play through it. As a referee, that must be miserable to just stand there, especially as a linesman. I feel like in the middle, maybe you could kind of jog around and at least you're moving a little bit. But the linesman, just holding your flag and whew, that's some cold wind in your face.
Yeah, it looked like at least on the far side, the linesman, he had like a little Teflon or something underneath his referee outfit. Looked like he was keeping reasonably warm.
Did you know that if the players and the team was late to come out of a halftime like that, it's actually a yellow card? Had that happen a number of years ago. A team was intentionally late. It was cold. They just stayed in for an extra period of time while we're out there trying to run around. Coach came out and they gave him a yellow because it delayed a game, but apparently, if the referees do it, we're A-okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can't play on without them.
They call the shots. You can do it. Yeah, do what you want.
We are certainly on their time here tonight, but we do appreciate all the referees. What a shortage. I only called, I think, one regular season game where we had 3 referees the entire year. Pretty crazy.
Wow. Yeah, certainly the referees seem to be positive about the numbers they're getting and continue to get. Seeing a lot of new officials this year, and it's always great to kind of increase you can't play the game without the officials, and so it's great to have them here.
Jesse, I got to tell you, Cody Dalton is watching from where you're heading tomorrow. He is in Michigan.
Oh, tell him to bring me a sandwich to the game if he doesn't mind.
Yeah, can we schedule a little DoorDash delivery here? Kaylee Howe always got him beat San Diego, so on the opposite coast.
San Diego would be nice.
Yeah,
It'd be nice.
You'd probably switch locations if you could to head out there.
I think San Diego's closer than where I'm playing tomorrow, I'm pretty sure.
That might have to measure that one out specifically. Those both coming in on our YouTube. We're about to jump into the Facebook chat. See what you chaps are all talking about out there. We had so many games going on tonight. We kind of got to scroll a little bit. 24 comments, though. Want to say what's up to Whitney Comer. Says, oh, Cassie Boffman, me too. I wonder what Cassie said. Who? One of our top commenters. I got to say, shout out Cassie Boffman. I don't think I've done a soccer match ever since OH Report has been born that she hasn't found a way to find her way into the comment section.
Nice.
Thank you, Cassie.
Nice. Top fan right there. I like it.
Brandon Baumgartner says, nice finish to Jersey. Go Lady Lex. Keep crushing it. That's what Alyssa has to say. Heather says, awesome job, girls.
I wonder what Brandon thinks of the Clear Fork boys' soccer success. As a basketball coach, sir, a little leg lock here, a little takedown.
There's been some good MMA action tonight.
As a basketball coach, obviously you're going to cheer for your school. You're going to be a fan of it.
Sure.
But at the same time, you have a season that's just kind of waiting to get your players back.
Yeah.
So if the Clear Fork boys have the success that they've had recently, it delays some of those guys getting out there, and Clear Fork just got so many athletes right now.
Yeah, give them the truth serum. I want to know, Brandon. How do you really feel? Off the restart, it was a free kick. Ellie Powell, check it out. Just one hopper. Claire Hammer right there. And nobody really in the situation. Swigert the closest.
Alexa's got some numbers going forward now. They got 3 across the front line. Hoovler with the ball.
Was the second shot, though, for Madison, so able to make a check in that column for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, if you're Lexington right now, you don't have to do anything courageous. You just have to not make mistakes.
Tweet with the cross off the kneecap right there of O'Brien.
Just good possession right now from Lexington. Just going to be patient. Just break him down. You don't have to go forward right away. You can play it back. As long as you have the ball, you're not losing this game.
And they've done a great job of that. Over 75% of the possession in that first half. Little leak out here. Chance for a 2-on-3. Barreling through. Nice fight and drive.
You see the speed of Swagger, but Lexington's so organized defensively. Had that covered, had the player covered. That was going to be a tough play. Lexington had the numbers. Madison had a little momentum. Going to see the same thing on the other time. There's Kirshner.
Mia cuts her off, and it's going to roll over the boundary. Should be a Madison throw, I think.
It's a big play by the freshman defender right there. Good angles. Did well to read that play and just step in front.
Montanez looking around. Angel trying to find a target. Goes down the line here for Kirshner. Chloe to the middle, but it's a turnover.
Gabby Lay again, right place, right time defensively. Just understands the game at such a good level there. Palmer's got some space on the wing. 2 players in the middle. Let's see what she does.
Yeah, it's like a 3-on-3. Find some feet. The turn, the fall. Oh, but here it is. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Blast off. Allie Laurie getting in on the scoring party. It does not take long. The flurry continues for Lex.
Yeah, I think Madison might be a little defeated right now. It just felt like what they have done so well defensively, they didn't have the numbers back. Winling turns into some pressure there, and then Laurie just right place, right time, right touch. And then the ball just sits at her feet right there, and it's a good finish away from Ava. Well done by Laurie in the box. 5-1 for Lexington. I don't know if anybody had this on their pregame predictions. Like a lot of people may be favoring Lexington, but not by this score line.
Yeah, certainly when these two teams get together, the clashes are typically low scoring and very close affairs. Not to be, at least not now in this contest, but you're right. Madison, it just felt like the effort there, and I think specifically like Cambry House, she just kind of like jogged over there with the pressure.
They're back at it already. 2-on-2. Laurie with a good ball into the box. Winling just missed. Yeah, there's still 37 minutes to go here. It's not, you have to find that right balance of obviously you want to try and get back in the game with some scoring options, but you don't want to keep getting scored on. So we'll see how Madison decides to play it.
Yeah, here's a chance now with Ellie Powell. Not a great pass, but it comes back at her. We'll see if she can track it down. Cannot. So Lexington again quicker to the punch.
I will say the way Lexington has responded after that goal is really, really terrific. I mean, tactically, emotionally, physically, just all the things they've responded with just really well done by Lexington tonight.
Swigert running into double team down there, and then actually loses it out of bounds back over to Lex.
Yeah, here's the momentum piece. It feels like Lexington's got more players defensively, but when they go forward, they have more players offensively. So it is all Lexington right now, and they've got the momentum, and they've got some players who can score some goals, so it may not be done yet.
Yeah, they are on the fast track here, heading the other way. Counter strike. Madison stepping up, doing some nice things here defensively.
Good turn by Kirshner there. The freshman again recovers nicely, gets the angles, just didn't let her go forward. Laura with some good pressure on, just forces a turnover there.
Howe trots back to the middle to defend. Here's Jersey. Had a couple of different options. Tried to thread the needle to Harrod, and somehow she plunges forward. Wendling.
Oh, that was going to be fun. That's a great defensive play, I think, by Avery O'Brien. Wendling with good skill there, but great ball in. Ava Newsom comes out off her line. It's well done by Ava.
So another shot. Got 19 total now for Lady Lex on the night.
Madison doesn't have a lot of numbers going forward right now. Have some speed with Kaya, but not many other numbers up there with her. Thought it might have clipped a little bit, but referee said play on.
Now we got a whistle, and who's it going to be? Looked like a Ram throw, so they'll get the sub into the match.
Entering for the Rams, number 9, Ashley Nicholas.
It's going to be Ashley Nicholas.
I think that might be Powell coming off and maybe just walking just a little gingerly right now.
Yeah, Powell we saw in the last like 10 seconds of the first half. Had a couple of collisions. Still very early here in half number 2. Madison looking for a counter strike. Lex has put one in the back, and now they drive it. Looking to get it back on the Lady Rams end again.
Yeah, they got some numbers coming forward now, and Madison doesn't have a lot of numbers getting back.
Good ball to the middle. Here's Palmer.
Ooh, plays behind a little bit. A little bit of a miscue, I think, there on the attack for Lexington. They haven't had many recently.
Kept in bounds by Powell. Surveys. Now it's back to her give and go through the middle. Rams have done a nice job to get to this point on the field here. And then it's kind of dissolved a bit after that.
A great touch by Palmer. They've got numbers of forward again. Lori's got some space on the outside. She's driving in. Plays the early cross across, just deflected out.
Harrod keeping on it. Nice turn. Quick with the operation. The step over now.
Ooh, a lot of contact there. I don't think it fouled. It's a lot of contact.
Now Hoovler drives it in. It'll be taken by Ava.
It's a little too close to the goal. The idea was right. The cross was going to be good. Palmer was in. Palmer's just been running free through the middle right now.
It was Borowitz in the first half. Now Jersey Palmer getting free with inside that 18. Now here is Borowitz. I like that juke fake.
Yeah, Lex is playing with a lot of confidence right now. They're getting numbers forward. Madison's in the tough spot.
Yeah, for them, they just need something, some type of a break to go their way. See if they can't swing a little bit of momentum back into their corner. Lady Lex has no intentions of allowing that.
A good skill by Wendling. Just turned through two players there through the middle.
One hopper off of the back heel. Kept in bounds, though, by Madison. And like a sumo match, though. Head-to-head, Palmer wins it.
Yeah, the ball is just bouncing Lexington's direction right now. Even when Madison has it, they're giving it back.
To the middle, Gabby Lay. Got a lot of space to work with.
See Madison content to kind of sit back there, and Gabby with a fun ball and drops that in nicely. Palmer, good ball in the end. Oh, just missed.
Had Borowitz on the other end, overcooked. Hoovler tracks it down. Now Madison's going to clear it out.
Yeah, let's see. They finally found the target forward there. They have nobody else across midfield with her. Lex has dropped 5 players back. Yeah, this is just a tough setting right now for Madison. You have to drop numbers back to stop the talented Lexington offense, but you got to get numbers forward to beat the talented Lexington defense. So it's just a tough go over for Madison right now.
Bartolome's been on an island. She's had a couple of key receptions where she's just looked and it's like, oh, it's me versus 5. Dave Coons going to stop the action.
I didn't see an injury. I thought he stopped the clock. Maybe not.
Oh, it's over right in front of the Lexington bench. There's a player down clutching an ankle. And it is a Lady Lex player too. Maybe it's a cramp judging by her reaction.
It might be a Madison player, especially the lack of attention from the Lexington bench. I'm guessing it's Madison.
No, I don't know. They got on gray socks. I think that is a Lex player.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of the teammates really jumped up.
I didn't see any of it. I didn't see her go down. I didn't see who it was.
Yeah. So at least she's off the field of play.
I think they're making sure the sub's on, making sure everything's good. Yep. Sub has the throw in there.
Looks like the wind has died down a bit. You see the tree line in the backdrop and not quite as active as it was earlier in the match. As we are back to action, we'll try to get some information on who was shaken up and exactly what's going on. And certainly it's a lower leg problem. Looking at the right calf.
Yeah, maybe Sylvia Sechrist. I couldn't tell specifically what the injury was, if it was ankle or leg, but yeah, I assumed it was a Madison player from the lack of care from the Lexington bench. They just know she's a tough player. She's going to be fine.
Well, when it's blanket season out here, Jessie,
Yeah,
do you really want to give up your spot?
Sylvia has been a rock so far back there defensively, so we'll see how they do without her. Madison's got some numbers forward on their corner kick now. I don't think they've had one yet.
No, this will be the first opportunity.
Just under 30 minutes to play here. Lex has been dominant for the past probably 40.
Great ball into the mixer. Hammer overextends. But it seems like all the hops are kind of just favoring Lady Lex at this point.
Windling with a great read out of it. Now it's 2-on-2 going the other way with Lori and Borowitz. Oh, the idea was right. Just couldn't quite hit that split. If she hits that split, it's a dream.
Yeah, Howe was able to stick out that foot right at the last moment.
Auburn with a good win there in the middle. Lex has got some numbers forward. Great touch by Palmer.
Yeah, she's had a few of those. Good setup now. Herod to the outside. Lori, a lot of space. Back post.
Ooh, I like the idea, though.
Shot by Lori just off target.
That's one of those. It could have been a shot. It could have been a pass, and either one could have been right. A lot of space for Lori there. Lex does well. They kind of draw some defenders to one side, switched it over, and a lot of space on the opposite side.
Yeah, didn't miss by much. So the action now makes its way out here to midfield. Lady Rams with the throw-in. Desperately trying to just capture a little bit of momentum. 5 unanswered goals by basically the home team here, Lady Lex. But Powell, a nice carry. Good-looking send-up. Chance for a shot. Defended nicely at the last moment there. It looked like Tinley Cook was going to get a chance to put some heat on it. But it's Palmer.
Palmer and Windley have got a lot of steps in tonight. They've been both ends of the field. Windley was back on the corner kick, defended it, turned it out. Nearly started a 2-on-2 counter. Palmer drops back in, prevents an opportunity for Madison. These two have had a nice night.
The feng shui just seems to be in the right mix right now for Lady Lex. Very nicely connected.
That is a great word choice, I think.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I think it's more for interior designers, but It can add up for soccer.
Good skill in the middle.
Yeah,
by
nice
Angel.
step.
Angel so confident with the ball, so collected. Gabby with another big win in the middle. Not able to connect it forward, though.
Win here, though, for Madison. They'll get it back to Powell. And this is the most connected passes we've seen from Madison in quite some time.
That's a hard tackle. No foul there. Definitely a hard tackle, though. Ooh. Lorian Borowitz, a little bit of a maybe miscue or misread of the game there. Kind of ran into each other, slowed the momentum down, but they've still got it. They're still in possession. Auburn cut back into pressure. Be a Lexington throw and right around the attacking third for Lexington. They've got some numbers forward.
Yeah, and offense is really cool off for them. No goals in 10 minutes. They were just having a free-for-all there for a while. But staying on the attack.
Yeah. Great turn there. Great skill on the ball. Good outlet as well.
Blast off, and that will make its way out. Did have Palmer tracking back end.
Of course, the ball is at the other. I mean, she's everywhere right now. She's back defensively. She's in the box on the other end. She's putting in a lot of steps tonight, Brian. I don't know.
Yeah, she's probably about as warm-bodied as we are up here in the press box. These people, maybe not so much.
It does look cold for them. I don't know.
Yeah, once you see the stocking caps come out of the closet, I have been neglecting to do that. This was my first day grabbing a jacket of the fall season.
Yep, mine started yesterday. We'd had like a great soccer weather fall season. It has been just nice every day.
It's been perfect.
And then this week hit. The game's kind of stalled out a little bit, kind of back and forth. There's Lex has got some numbers going forward. There's Audrey going one-on-one. Good skill again.
Yeah, Wendling's going to get a shot.
Oh, it's a great defensive recovery by Madison. I can't tell who's down on the ground. I think she's okay. I think she's got tripped over the ball, but her tripping over the ball, I think, prevented a goal, or at least a very good opportunity. It was going to be one-on-one with Ava. And Audrey's ability to go forward tonight has really kind of opened the game up for them, created some great opportunities.
It was Addie Powell. Looking forward to, what is this? We got tomorrow, Jessie. I've got the radar dialed in for Michigan. It's going to be 53, a little bit rainy potentially.
Oh, rain.
That's what happens when you cross over into the, I don't know what they call it up there. That state up north.
The abyss. I don't know. Yeah, I just hope we get some sort of random delay, too. Like there's
sure. Like a fire alarm?
Yeah, what'd you say about the volleyball game? There's a fire alarm delayed the game an hour the other day.
So wild. Had a lightning storm at my game last night. Sitting in the press box over at Shelby for quite a while.
Did you have the Clear Fork boys?
Did.
What a overtime goal that was.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Had some overtime thrillers this week.
Do you want to shout out AJ Swindle for getting that goal in the first 2 minutes of overtime? My voice was gone. I was struggling to get words out. This morning I had nothing but 4 Starbucks hot honey teas later. I'm doing okay. Actually, this is the best I've talked all day. Thank you. It's slowly coming back.
You didn't have the Mansfield Christian girls, did you? I didn't actually see who was there.
No, I was not on the call for that one. We had Jonathan Langdon on the call. He had a great one for the game winner.
Yeah, I've watched that one repeatedly.
Yeah, give me a little bit of backstory on that one, because obviously, I mean, you thrashed your opponent in the regular season. I know they got a player back. What was the big difference?
Players. They got players
multiple
back. In fact, what the coach, I can't say it on air. I don't know what your regulations are for language, but what the opposing coach told me is, let's see, what would be a crap ton of players out the first time we played. So hopefully that flies with the FCC around here. I don't know.
Oh, we're on the internet. I think we can do kind of whatever we want, Jessie.
Anything flies? Well, this game's also sponsored by Crossroads Church, which is a reminder for us all, right?
Couple deflections.
There are so many players around the PK spot right now. It could be a record.
Yeah, that was like just pinball, like
still, it
clink,
still
clink,
is.
clink, 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 clink.
There are just bodies everywhere. I'm not even sure where the ball is at this rate.
Going to finally sling it out of the back.
Whew. Tinley Cook regains possession. Lexington, look at the pressure Lexington's putting on right now. They're having a good time right now. They know there's possible for more goals coming.
And all 11 players right now on the defensive for the Lady Rams, so they have just got it caked back there.
Referee signaled for a throw-in, and the other referee said, oh, we're just going to play on. It's okay. I like it. Keep the game moving. Keep everybody moving. We're good.
Let's do it. Yeah, I think the players appreciate that too. Turnover here in the middle of the park. Stepping in was Olivia Taylor, but the Rams get it back. And here goes the turnover fest. Couple subs, 2 for Lex, 1 for Madison.
Jersey Palmer with a terrific night tonight. Has a goal to show for it, but her work rate's been incredible. Both ends of the field, back defensively, in the middle in the transition, and just going forward. What a great, I don't know if she's done yet. I'll say game, possible she comes back in. Oh, what a great so far game for Jersey Palmer.
Yeah, she's a freshman. You got to get her back out there, get as many tournament minutes as you possibly can, I think. But Lexington, yeah, I think you're right. I think they've played about 7 kids off the bench here tonight, so maybe get some other members a little bit deeper on the roster, some activity.
There's Madison, a little bit of composure going forward. Good opportunity there. Able to draw a corner. Yes, they are.
Corner kick coming up for the Rams.
Let's see what they can do here. Sending about 6 players into the box. Maybe if Liv Taylor gets in, we'll go 7.
Got caught up in the wind, you could tell.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just kind of held up there. Didn't even make it in front of the goal. Second ball's going to come, yeah, just kind of floating up there. Yeah.
Not a lot changed.
Ooh, tough touch by Audrey Windling there.
Oh, wow.
Tough foul there.
Speaking of tough, you can tell it's football season, baby. And now with the NFL, I mean, they're playing games on every day of the week. You just never really know when it's an off night.
That's true.
I think Wednesday's about the only one, but.
And they go global. I'm not sure where half the games are anymore. They're in London more often than not, I see. And speaking of London, I think that's where we play tomorrow night.
Yeah, you're right on the outskirts, I think. Could be in France. Might want to make sure you speak the language when you show up to talk to the refs tomorrow. This is put just to the south of frame.
Claire hammered it nicely there. See what the punt looks like going into the wind. Decent punt going into the wind. Look at it. I'd say that's a tough ball to handle.
Yeah, tricky hop too.
That's a smart play to go back to Ava there. Good composure by Liv, good recovery.
Down past the midway point here in this second half. If you're joining us a little late, Minutemen with 5 unanswered goals. Looking to add more to it. Shot deflected off the noggin right there. How?
Oh boy. Kind of a weird play. Yeah, they tried to shield it off for the keeper to come grab it. Ends up hitting her and goes behind Ava. Then Ava's uncertain if this is a legal play, but just picks it up just in case because can't give up a goal. And we're good. It's good. It's coming out of the back now.
Yeah, that was kind of like a low-key hug there, just on the other side of Ava.
I think part of that's the wind again, where he just kind of just floats away farther than you think it's going to. And
yeah. It has been breezy out here all evening.
Ooh, I think I'd go a stronger word than breezy. I don't know. That wind is nasty sometimes.
Let's say Mother Nature's been huffing and a puffing here tonight.
I see Cambria Howe kind of coming out of the back here with the ball.
Yeah, smooth operation.
Good win, good out. Let's see if Madison can anything going forward. They've got some numbers now. They've not seen a lot of numbers forward. They go big.
Ooh. The sister connection almost had that dialed in.
Maggie Arnett won that with her back. I think she turned and hit with her back. It is.
Yeah, a bit of a lucky play there for Lex, but they've had a lot of things kind of go their way. Good fortune tonight.
So there's another good win by Maggie. Just hard back into the middle, though. Their outlets have been just a little sloppy in the past couple of minutes, but also up 5-1, and sometimes you can have that.
Powell tried to fight through a double team, brought someone down with her. It was Risser.
Yeah. Powell a little slow to get up. I think she's fixing her shoe. I can't quite tell from the angle. She's up and she's good. Okay. The Powell girls, they've also covered a lot of ground tonight and just put their bodies everywhere on the line, trying to just keep the ball from going forward in the back of the net or getting out. And
no doubt. Yeah, 23 and 24. They've had about half the touches for the Lady Rams tonight. They've been active and everywhere. Kaya Swigert's going to return. I think Kylie Washington's not been back in.
Yeah, I think you're right.
She's been lost for the night. That was a big loss for Madison because after she went out, I mean, it's been 4 goals, right, for Lexington?
Yeah, I think you're right. One was immediate, on the free kick, the ensuing free kick there. So that's what turned it to 3-1, yeah. I don't think I've seen Sylvia Seacrest back in yet either.
Yeah, it looked like it was a cramping issue just based on how they were stretching her out.
It's hard to tell who the players are on the bench because they're all bundled up and blanketed up. And I can't really tell. I can tell there's players over there, but who they are, I don't really know.
It just looks like a big slumber party. All they're missing is some popcorn. Maybe they do have it over there. Not quite sure. That's probably not a good game day snack.
Yeah, I think the 2 key components at this point is getting players healthy and staying healthy, right? So at this point for Lexington, the victory is not quite 100%, but certainly heading that way.
Yeah,
it's a lot of goals to score in 16 minutes for Madison. They've not really had a pretty daunting attack yet. So I think Lexington got to start thinking about resting players for Saturday at Millbury Lake. See if I can find who actually won them. My guess is Maumee, but I haven't seen that officially yet.
We'll try to get a final number on that game. We'll jump in the Twitterverse, see what we can find. This is lobs in there. Tough play for Hammer.
Yeah, that's a great clean catch there. You see a lot of those kind of deflected or tipped away and ends up being a second effort goal. But Claire caught it and was good to go there.
This one's certainly caught up in the wind, kind of in between. And Claire lays out for the nice grab.
Yeah, Maumee, I'm not even sure how long they played. Maumee won 8-0 against Sandusky. So Sandusky, they're a young team, kind of inexperienced, so maybe to be expected a little bit. Ooh, good build-up by Lexington. Maybe a bit of an early shot there. Had a lot of numbers forward again.
It's freshman Tessa Tem, her first shot. 23rd of the night so far here for Lady Lex, and they've made great use, I think, of their shot selection for the most part. Haven't been too many forced opportunities. Meanwhile, Madison, they just have 4 shots. And that last one that we saw float into Claire's arms, kind of a generous mark for a shot attempt.
Yeah, Ontario awaiting the winner of Salina and Lima Shawnee. The game is currently underway.
Yeah, much more challenging district for Ontario.
Yeah, certainly the districts have a different feel right now. So typically a game on Saturday, what has traditionally been, these 2 teams are Ontario, or even in years past Clear Fork, is going to look a little different. So it kind of delays what we think will be the big local matchup, possibly the regional semis, providing both teams can come out victorious on Saturday. I would expect both teams to kind of be favored. Certainly Lexington would be. So Line is a decent group, so I don't know. In terms of the games, Lexington's probably going to have, I would say, easier. Obviously, you got to show up and you got to play the game, but Ontario and Salina should be a good matchup. I'm still going to take Ontario. They've got such a loaded group over there. It's hard to pick against them ever.
And they're playing their best soccer of the season, won 11 of their last 12. In most of those games, they've scored at least 5 goals.
Yeah, they've got some goal scorers for sure. And I think there's some chemistry that's happening right now. And so you watch them play, and there's a flair, there's an excitement, and there's some expectations. So hopefully we see this rematch between Lex Ontario for a regional semis. What a great game that will be.
Yeah, certainly sign me up for that one. Give us a team into the Elite 8. So we get a shot here from distance for Powell, 5th for Madison tonight. Pretty good contact on the ball despite losing her footing.
Yeah, it's one of those settings you have to be careful you don't start looking too far away. And we talk about maybe the record discrepancy between Lexington and a Maumee, where record-wise Maumee is not impressive. You look at some of the score lines where I think Maumee lost to Perkins. Lexington handled Perkins easily early in the season. So you see some of you can't let yourself get in that trap where you think you can show up, you can win, and you're into the next round. So you got to be careful of that. I think she was offsides. Oh, maybe not. She's offsides. There we go.
Yeah, the flag is up. And that's actually our first offsides on either team so far tonight.
Yeah, so you just got to be careful of that trap when you start looking. You get so close to kind of some big goals of, you know, you talk about state championships or state games, or, you know, matching up with Ontario. There's other games in front of it. Even that's my message to my team right now. It's a one-game season. It's one game at a time. You can't allow yourself to start thinking ahead and just overlook who's ever in front of you. And that's true with both Lexington and Ontario. They know that they're seasoned teams. They understand that. Two of probably the longest tenured girls coaches in the area. Maybe outside of, I wonder who's longer tenured between Brittany, Buck, and Larry. Have to do some research.
Oh, great defensive effort. If I'm not mistaken, I think Larry and Brittany are both year 20.
Okay.
I think they came in at the same time. Buck has been on and off, coached the boys too.
Coached the boys, yeah.
He might have more longevity, but not concurrent.
Fair.
But yeah, what resumes, when you look at Brittany Bechtel and what she's done, and then Larry Atkinson. Larry's had much more tournament success than Brittany has in her early years. They had those 2 runs, great runs in the tournament. Didn't get back to regionals for a decade until last year, but they hammered the competition, and they are a huge favorite to get to regionals again this season.
Absolutely, yeah. I didn't see the final. 5-2 was the last I saw for tonight in Clear Fork. Was that the final that you saw, or do you have?
I'll find out. Well, it looks like we're having some technical things behind the scene on our second camera that they're handling. But yeah, it was either 5 or 6-2.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's another group this year. This year they got a special senior class and girls who feel like have been there for like 7 or 8 years. They've just been there for a long time. Like, how are they still in high school right now? So referee's going to have a conversation. Not sure. I didn't see anything there.
Yeah, so great potential. I mean, we were kind of looking at the schedules going into the tournament, and we felt very strongly that we could have 4 teams moving on into a regional. And your Lady Flames are one of them, Jessie, so we're all counting on you.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys want to make the trip up to Canada tomorrow.
I'm out of frequent flyer miles. I didn't have enough on my visa, buddy.
I can't coach tomorrow because I don't have a passport, so I'm out.
Oh, man.
I'm kidding, Adam. I do have a passport.
Yeah, but parlez-vous français? You going to be ready for that?
We'll see. This game has turned to that back and forth thing. Lexington had done well to really kind of set the tempo and the control of the game, and it's just gone back and forth right now. Both teams would like to score again, but obviously it's a bit of a mistouch there by Lexington.
Yeah, maybe in between handball right there. Don't call it.
The passes have been a little off here. The touches have been a little off here. It's gotten a little sloppy in the final couple of minutes. Fatigue sets in. Cambria Howell with a bit of a mistouch, but recovers nicely. Gabby Lay with a huge touch. See if it gives him any opportunity to go forward.
Yeah, Gabby's been awesome tonight. I really like what she's been able to bring. It just seems like she's been in and around the action anytime it makes its way into the center of the park.
Yeah, we talked about Jersey Palmer with that right place, right time goal. Gabby, that's just her mantra defensively, right place, right time. Whenever the ball's kind of coming that way, here's an opportunity to go forward.
Yeah, good feed. Jordan, nice touch for Herod, but right into the keeper and laid out.
Yeah, I think she paid for that one, I think. I was wanting to see how much contact was there. She had a lot of momentum going forward. Here's the replay. It's a great ball in. Morgan does well to split the defenders there. Well, a little bit of hands there. I don't think it's enough for a call. Referee handles it well. Morgan gets a shot off. Just puts it right to the keeper.
Lexington has just peppered the net. I've got him for 20 shots on frame here tonight. So it's been quite a few saves. One save by the crossbar as well, too. So shout out at the other end of the first half. Who is your opponent tomorrow, Jessie?
Delta.
What can you tell us?
They are 8 minutes from Canada.
Yeah.
Now, listen, at this level, what we've told our team is, hey, if we play well, we have a chance to win. If we don't play well, they're good enough they can make us pay for mistakes. So it's right there. They have record's not great. It's not bad, but we'll see.
But it's not no gaudy, 16 wins like your team's rocking right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got Tessa turns it around.
The freshman
touches it in. Took the long way around for that angle, but she got it back on her right foot. Just pure hustle and determination right there, though. You can see the exhaustion and just excitement in her face. You get both emotions there. It was a long, long run. Just outruns the defender. You can just see just a good angle there. Battles Liv Taylor, kind of gets around on her. Watch go all the way around the ball to get back on her right. Tucked it in there. Good goal for the freshman, Tessa Tim.
Yes, she did get the tickets for the long way around, though, too, but able to cash them in. Great stuff. And I talked to Buck Morton when they were over at Clear Fork a couple of weeks back, and he said just the injection of both Tessa and Jersey into his program, that they've made them so much better, just what they bring as far as, of course, a coach's kid, and then Jersey with her nonstop motor and just creativity. He was just like, it's just elevated what we do at practice. And I don't think you hear that often about freshmen, and that's exactly what these two have done.
Yeah, to come into a program like Lexington and have 3 freshmen see significant minutes and be a significant part of the team is really a remarkable feat. So you look at Jersey and Tessa and me. I mean, these girls have stepped into a role that is not easy, and they have just jumped in. And not only have they jumped in as contributors, but they're a key part of this team. So it's really kind of a special group of freshmen right there.
Each with a goal here tonight, as it's been pretty much lopsided in Lexington's favor in all the metrics after that first 4 minutes. Lady Rams made a splash, quick goal. And just the avalanche over the line. Throw in on the way here for the Rams. Can they get one more here before the night's end?
A lot of the Lexington bench has been empty. I see a lot of girls who have not seen a lot of minutes yet. Good chance for them to play. Got a couple starters. I see Morgan Harrods out there, Gabby Lay.
Boom. A
lot of contact in the middle there.
Yeah, I think we could make a mini highlight reel just of the collisions.
There's been a lot of, not necessarily fouls, just a lot of contact there. Taylor Wilson giving good pressure there. Madison does well to stay composed and win it, keep it in play, I think. Yeah.
I think a lot of folks, Jessie, feel like soccer is a little bit of maybe a flamboyant game, and there's not really a lot of physicality and contact. I think if you watch this game, you'd be like, never mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely been just contact, just running in, not even fouls, not dirty plays, just literally running into each other. And you see Morgan Harrod checking out now. You were right. You're right. Jersey Palmer did check back in. I wasn't sure. You know you're playing on Saturday. You start to rest everybody, but get the freshmen some more experience. A little bit different role, it looks like, for her.
Here is Jersey getting involved, of course. So we're down under 6 minutes. Lexington going to continue their tournament run into the district championship. This will be their 3rd appearance over the last 4 seasons. Got to a regional a couple of years back. Unfortunately, ran into state number 1 undefeated Copley. I remember that game.
Yeah, sometimes there's just another level you don't realize until you're there and you're in it. And Copley was that level. They were loaded that year.
Same thing happened to Ontario last year too when they had to play Medina Highland. They just were not quite ready.
Yeah, it's always wild. You see a team like Ontario, you see them lose by 5 or 6. Like, oh my goodness, how?
Yes.
I know there's always another level, but to see that sometimes, like, wow, that's even. I think Lexington volleyball. That was it for me. I thought this team for sure. Like, who's going to beat them? And apparently, Lima Shawnee, who I could tell you nothing about in terms of volleyball, but
state soccer champions for the boys. I think a few years back, Shawnee.
Yeah, I don't think they play girls volleyball from the. Oh.
No, I don't think the boys are allowed to line up and spike.
Okay.
So a little unrelated story there.
I got to check and see if that. I know that they were talking about boys volleyball becoming an OHSA sport. I don't know if it's.
It is indeed.
Okay.
Yes. So we don't have very many programs around our area that do play. Mount Vernon has one.
Okay.
I believe Worcester has put together a team, but it's mostly Cleveland, Cincinnati area that I'm aware of where they have teams.
Sure.
Flag football also becoming a sport for the girls.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I'm sure you don't like it because it steals from some of the soccer athletes. But that's, I guess, how teams feel about the boys. for soccer programs and vice versa for football.
Yeah, a school like Mansfield Christian, we're not gonna have a flag football team showing up anytime soon. In fact, I banned powder puff football for our girls until our season's over. So
how dare you?
Well, sure. Sometimes I'm the bad guy.
Great sport. My mom's favorite sport. I do actually have specific memories of going and watching my mom in her 30s compete in powder puff football.
Oh, really?
Boy, did she love it. I'm telling you. Aggressive young lady. Shout out Nancy if she's watching. She did tune in for the first game tonight. My daughter got in at the end of the game. My first time ever on air, I got a call a Skowronski. That was pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh, yeah. If you don't mind, just pop in and say hello to my mom tomorrow. She lives out in Colorado. You're going to be pretty close, I think. So
we're just down the road for our game. Absolutely.
Quick house call. Check on her.
Does she tune into like every game that you call?
You know, it's amazing. Tonight might be the first game she's ever viewed. She's not even sure how to.
When are you going to get a real job?
It's an ongoing joke at my house when I go to my grandma's house for Christmas, and it'll come up again this year. So how do you make money? I don't really understand. I know that you like the sports, Brian. You like to call the games, but how do you get paid?
What accent is your mom? Where is she from?
Well, my grandma, shout out grandma, she's actually from like the Kansas-Colorado border.
Okay.
But boy, does she have a southern drawl.
Okay.
I don't know where grandma developed it.
South Kansas. Okay.
She's got a lot of terminology, too, that I've only heard come out of grandma's mouth. So a lot of them, I feel like I can't repeat. They almost just feel foul, even though.
Oh, my. Okay.
You know. But she's 85, and I don't know. It's just. Here's some things that I can say. I want to say, what's up, Brandon commenting again.
Oh, we have a conversation. Yeah,
he's just loving what Tessa's hustle was. Pinnacle Building Services. A proud mama out there says, go Jersey. Thanks for being a sponsor, too. They are our player of the game sponsor tonight. We'll have that coming up here in a little bit. He says, okay, here's your answer. Brandon Baumgartner says, go Colts in all caps, soccer and football. Just keep on winning, boys.
Oh, what? I tell you, LCP, I guess CP. I'm used to coaching the girls. LCP is the Lady Colt Pride, but that Colt Pride runs deep in the valley. They're big fans of everything Colt related. I believe them.
Is it MCP, Manly Colt Pride?
Manly Colt? I don't know.
They haven't adopted that yet. I might start making some T-shirts, try to get it to click out in the valley. GCP? Oh, gentlemen and ladies. Okay. That's cool.
Your mom's like, oh, that's how he makes money. He sells T-shirts. Okay.
That's what I'm going to tell my grandma. Every year it becomes a little bit different.
Peyton McGuire did check into the game for Lexington as the new keeper. Come up with a save there about a minute ago.
Yeah, got a big ovation, too, when she checked in.
Jersey Palmer just dancing on the sideline of the ball over there.
Last 60 seconds. What a performance here by Lady Lex. Got to be impressed with just the balance at every level. I thought this team, they really have just commanded the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they get scored on early, and then you just see the resiliency. They battle back, and it's just been a clinic ever since there. And maybe one more opportunity here in front of it. A big collision, what the referee says.
Why not?
He says nothing. He says there's nothing there. Both players could see it going either way, yeah. It's going to be a goal kick.
Gosh, and some ice baths for a few of these ladies coming up later tonight. Well, actually, they're just kind of hanging out in one with this cold breeze coming through, so the bumps and bruises shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, just under 20 seconds to wrap up the game here. Terrific performance from Lexington and Madison. Great start. Just, I'll tell you what set it apart was Lexington, wild goals to turn the game around, and then they just found momentum after that.
So Lady Lex will continue to dance here in tournament play. They are moving on to the district championship yet again. Looking at Jersey Palmer, the freshman, with a big-time goal. 10 as well, the other Frosch. She got a goal herself to go along with a couple from Borowitz. Herod in on the party, Lori as well. So a lot of different players up for our Pinnacle Building Services MVP. Drop us a comment. Let us know who you think should join me for a conversation. Coming up after the commercial break, we'll have that. Then Jessie and I will have your final stats. And we will wrap things up here from the Lexington Soccer Complex. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert,
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
and together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Postgame coverage presented by Alumni Roofing. 6-1 Lexington running away with the competition here tonight. All 6 goals unanswered after a fierce start by the Madison Lady Rams, whose season comes to a close here tonight in the district semifinals. I'm Brian Skowronski. Jessie Ryder is here with me, and I mean, we kind of detailed it in the last couple of minutes there, that second half, but I mean, Lexington, what an overall team performance. The chemistry, it was palpable, it was noticeable, and they just played a great game.
Yeah, we talked about the response, right? Madison does well to come out. They score in the first 5 minutes. Think they might set the tone for the game. How's Lexington going to respond? And Lexington responded with a flurry of goals and opportunities and really just settled down and began to just generate all sorts of offense and open this game up. And what a great performance. After the first probably 5-10 minutes, it was all Lexington all the time.
Complete domination, as the numbers are going to reflect. Madison, a little tick up in the possession, but still Lexington dominant on the ball. And what I loved was their shot selection. They really, really tested Ava, the keeper, in the net here tonight. 20 of their 25 shots were on frame, and they just kind of kept their poise, man. They had a lot of creativity. Many different girls were involved in the action. Talks about the fact that several players get goals here tonight. 5 different players score, and I just kind of, I liked the craftiness, the creativity, but certainly it just felt like it was a full team display on offense.
Yeah, the work rate of some of the Lexington players was just really, really remarkable. I look at like a Jersey Palmer, Gabby Lay. These girls were just covering. Gabby Lay was a wall back there. It was just impossible to get around. She just continually got Lexington back in the attack. And Jersey Palmer was just everywhere. She was everywhere she needed to be. You got the right place, right time goal. Audrey Windling, certainly a threat to go forward, a great ability there. And really some impressive play from them throughout the game. You know, the back line for Lexington was, after that opening, I'll say blunder. It was, I don't want to take away from Madison. The opening goal for Madison, I thought Lexington really did a good job of settling down defensively, keeping everything in front of them, and just staying in the attack after that.
And they'll be back out on the pitch, you see, on Saturday. And this was it. This was the goal for Madison. It was just kind of a crazy hop. Powell able to send it into the back. That's how it started. But Lexington closed with a flurry. We've got our MVP waiting for me, Jessie, so I'm going to head down to the sidelines, talk to Zoe Borowitz. That's coming up here in just a couple of seconds. Keep it here.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Player of the game, he's at Pinnacle Building Services, is joining me now. This is Zoe Borowitz, the senior, showed out tonight. 2 really impressive goals, but an impressive team performance. So let's start there. And just how good did it feel? It felt like everybody was getting involved. You guys were connecting the ball everywhere. How satisfied are you with the overall team chemistry?
I feel very good about it. I think that everybody played well. The first goal when Madison scored on us was a little bit rough, but I think that made us come out with more urgency, and we were all ready, and we were ready to come out tough, and yeah, it felt really nice.
We had a comment come in that free kick goal that you had was maybe the goal of your career, just in terms of how well you struck it. Take me through that through your eyes and just how awesome that was to kind of answer there that equalizer at the time.
Well, I mean, right before that, I had missed a wide open shot, so I think I was a little bit upset with myself, and I knew that I had to score on this one. I had to get my team going. I had to get the momentum up, so yeah, it felt really nice.
You guys are the #1 seeds. You look like it here at home tonight. So moving forward into the tournament, you're going to be back in action on Saturday, and you're a senior now. So how much different is the sensation in the field with just every passing practice, and when you show up here to the ballpark, just what's it like to be Zoe Borowitz right now at this moment?
I mean, it feels really nice. I think that all of us seniors know that this is a super important season for us, and we remind our team every single day that this is extremely important and that we all just need to come out and play our hardest every single day, and we're ready to do something that Lady Lex Soccer has never done before and make it as far as we can.
What's a little bit different, of course, the Northwest District is broken up, so you see Ontario win on your field. You don't get to play them next. Is that kind of a little bit sour? There's a chance that you guys could meet in the regional semifinal, but just how do you feel about the new distribution?
I think it's for the better. I'm excited to see how it is now. I mean, it's kind of nice to not have the pressure of playing them district finals like every single year, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm excited. I think that this is a good thing, so.
And when you're battling down here in the elements, do you guys have like hot chocolate over on the sideline? How are you guys staying warm and engaged?
Honestly, we just keep as much blankets as we can on us and coats, and we just all stay bundled up together. But we don't let the weather affect us. We come out and play our game.
That's right. They're strong. They're tough down here in Lexington. Well, congratulations. MVP performance for you. Who would you like to shout out tonight, Zoe?
I would like to first shout out God, my parents, and my teammates, and my coaches.
All right, 2 goals tonight for this senior, Zoe Borowitz, your Pinnacle Building Services MVP.
What a great game. Madison, the final here, Lexington 6, Madison 1. A terrific game tonight, a terrific showing. A great opportunity for us. So Saturday at Millbury Lake, it is the #2 Maumee Panthers against the #1 Lexington Minutemen. It's going to be a great district final matchup. So many more games coming up on the OH Report. Check everything out online. There is soccer, there is volleyball, there is football. Keep tuning in. It's a crazy week here at the OH Report. So many sports, so much fun. Don't miss it.